Internets, you are tuned into the Combat Jack Show, www.pncradio.fm. I'm so excited, man. I got one of my favorite rappers in the building right now.
Oh, appreciate that,
Brooklyn
man.
cat, too, man. I'm very, very, very partial to Brooklyn MCs.
Yeah.
And I feel that you are one of the greatest rappers out here, man, and you're not getting your just due. And I've been championing on Twitter and the whole nine.
Right.
Internets, man, we got Fabolous
Yeah.
in the building. Loso, what's up, man?
Thank you for that warm welcome. You know what I mean? You boost my morale up. You know, made my confidence go through the roof.
Well, I mean, yo, you got swag all over the place, man. You don't need no confidence boosters. Before we start, though, I gotta thank today's proud sponsor, Vinny's Styles.
Well, he's gonna agree with
Team
that.
Vinny, Jacob, Brando, Mega, and Kofi.
Yeah.
I heard you went shopping there today.
I just stopped by there today. I was doing a little piece with MTV, and I took Joe Johnson. He just got traded over to the Brooklyn Nets.
Right.
So I took him to some Brooklyn hometown landmarks that he should know about. I took him way out to Coney Island.
You took him to Coney Island?
Took him to Coney Island, let him walk the boardwalk.
Did he have some Nathans?
I showed him Nathans. He said the Nathans Franks ain't in the NBA diet.
Oh,
so
okay.
we excused him from that one. But I asked him what he knew about Coney Island, and he brought up the He Got Game movie with Ray Allen, Jesus Shuttleworth, and
Denzel.
so he had heard of it. You know what I mean? He had never seen it, so we took him there. Then I wanted to take him to a couple shops where he could, get something to wear and stuff, because you gotta blend in here to New York.
Of course.
He's from Little Rock, Arkansas, which I found out today. You know what I'm saying? So he don't want to walk around Brooklyn look like he's from Arkansas.
So let me ask you an important question, man.
Yeah.
Right now that the Nets are in Brooklyn, Nets or the Knicks?
I mean, the Nets have to get my immediate love.
Yes,
you know what I mean?
Fabolous. Yes.
What?
Yes.
Yes. Slow down there.
That's Brooklyn. That's where I'm from. That's the hometown. I have to. It's like you have a kid and then you have a newborn baby.
Yes.
The Nets are the newborn baby.
Newborn baby.
You know, the other kid gets a little jealous sometimes because everybody comes in and
Pissing
picks
in
up
the
a new
corner
guy.
now.
Yeah, right.
All that dumb shit.
Trying to get some attention. You know, the Knicks, I heard they doing the Garden over. That, they're trying to do things to get the attention back. But you got to let the Nets get their love. They brand new. They the newborn baby, and I got like a deep, passionate love for my borough, and anything that represents my borough, I support that.
Bed-Stuy, right?
Bed-Stuy,
Crown Heights in the building, my dude.
Sir, I see
Yo,
you, sir.
so I'm hearing though, man, that it's a little bit more deeper than just you being a Brooklyn resident, man.
Right.
I hear that like there's possibilities that one of your songs might be in their DNA right now.
Yeah,
I was reading it in the newspaper.
Yeah, I did a song. I got a few things that's bubbling with them, man. But I did a new song.
Tell us about the few things, man.
The few things. I did a song called "Fell in Love with Brooklyn" with John Legend.
Okay.
And we played it for some of their corporate people, and they looking for things that build show that they are associated with the hometown heroes as well. You know what I'm saying? So we played the song for them, and they love the song. And we working out. I think me performing at halftime for the opening game against the Knicks on November 1st. So
that's gonna be dope.
That might be dope. And then I also read yesterday that Deron Williams is saying when they go to play, everybody's doing a chant, Brooklyn. So that kind of came from a song that me and Jay did a while back, and now that
Uncle
chant
Murder. Don't forget
Uncle Murder. And Uncle Murder.
East New York.
I can't forget Uncle Murder. I'm sorry. I definitely put Uncle Murder in the limelight on the MTV piece today.
Yes.
I did not forget him.
What up, Uncle Murder?
Yeah, man. Big shout to Uncle Murder, man. He's been holding it down for East New York for a minute. So
NY.
Yes, sir.
You're so NY right now.
Yes, sir.
You and Just Blaze.
Can I get a hat?
Yes, I was out. Let me tell you what happened with these hats.
Yeah, I saw the hats, dude.
I did a few hats, right? You know what I mean? So
new era.
This is. Let me get to this.
Okay, let me let you
get to this.
Let me let you work,
This
Fabolous.
week is juicy. I did some hats. You know what I'm saying? They came. They looked dope, but they weren't the new era fit. You know what I mean? So I had to double back.
There was a Bondulu fit?
I don't know what kind of fit it was.
Like a little Russian kind of fit?
It was a little funny fit. And I gave a few out, and people, I said maybe they won't notice the funny fit, but I gave a few out, and people were like, yo, it got a funny fit.
Got a funny fit.
So I just stopped for a second, and then I just put in a new era So we got some new ones coming, and I didn't want to give you the funny fit, man.
I got a funny shaped head, so it's all right.
And I knew funny head and funny fit don't match. Pause. I knew that doesn't. You know
pause.
Was you dealing directly with China?
Nah, I was
because
dealing
they got
with
some big ass heads out there, B.
Nah. I definitely couldn't wait for it to come all the way back from China. I was dealing with some folks in L.A.
Okay.
And they got some funny fits out there in L.A. So maybe that's why.
Could have been the Mexicans.
Could have been the Mexicans.
B.
Right. They could be responsible.
How's your clothing line, man? Because you seem very involved in fashion, man.
Yeah.
How's your clothing line, man? Rich Young.
Well, what happened with Rich Young is we were doing it with a manufacturing company that wasn't really involved. You know what I'm saying? They wasn't getting down. They just was making it and doing things their way. So what I wanted to do was pull us back out of that, wait the time out. You know, they have contracts and you have agreements up to a certain point in time. So I wanted to pull it back and then resurface it with, a new company and somebody who is more in our direction, who's more thinking the way we thinking and, want to distribute the product the way we want to distribute it. So we just fell back for a minute and then we're going to come forward again.
Yo, man, I wanted to go back, man. I said that when you came on, you're definitely, in my eyes, one of the most underrated MCs.
Appreciate that.
Because your wordplay is crazy. Your delivery is real slick. Why are you underrated, man? Why are people sleeping on you, man?
I can't call it, man. I actually use it as something to help motivate me, man. I think that's when you're doing things for a long time, you need to find challenges to keep you, on your A game and keep you, working hard at it. So I use that as a challenge for me. You know what I'm saying? It's trying to get, if I don't got everybody's attention, that makes me work harder to get other people's attention. And, I think certain people get it. I don't know why. I think everybody has gotten it to the point like, yo, Fab can rap.
Right.
But I think it just gets forgotten. I don't know if I'm doing enough and not doing enough animated stuff or drama or reality shows or whatever it takes nowadays. But, I think people get that I can rap, and what I'm saying, and they get that I represent it well and represent the city well as well. But, I don't know if I'm not doing something in maybe another area that.
I don't think you need more drama in your life, B.
I know. I mean,
you don't need no more drama.
I had a little bit of love and hip hop drama,
right.
and and that's not my thing. You know what I'm saying? So I know when people seen that and they was just like, whoa, we got a taste of his personal life. So I guess they jumped on that, but that's not really my thing, man. Like I try to just stay true to who I am and make good music, and people appreciate me for that.
Now, my personal question to you is: I've been following you from day one,
right?
And I know the quality of work that you do, but I think. As an honest fan of yours, I still don't know who Fabolous is.
Right, and maybe that's something that
and who is Fabolous, man?
Well, Fab.
Who is Fab? Who is Loso, B?
We gonna have to sit back on this.
Sit back, my dude.
Fab is the kind of guy.
You having a good time, man?
I'm having a great time here, man. It feels genuine. Everybody's here. It feels like genuine.
There's a lot of people in the room too.
It's no egos and Hollywood attitudes. It's just genuine people here. So I feel good, and just telling who I am is just. I'm just a guy who comes from that generation where you just be true to who you are. And you don't try to be somebody else, or you don't try to live something that you're not. And I think I'm on a borderline. I always remain and can be placed in there with the young fellas, but you always know that I come from an era. I come from a different cloth. You know what I'm saying? I come from that era
cut
of
from
real
a different cloth.
cut from a different
yes,
cloth.
Sir.
So I come from that era of real MCs, real albums, real. So even now I'm playing in this game now with a different generation.
Right.
I still have the experience and the knowledge of what
the
came.
ethic.
Right.
And the whole. Who inspired you, man, coming up? In your era?
my first guys was Big Daddy Kane and Cool G Rap, man, and I guess even if somebody can see how I multi-syllable rap now, that comes from those two guys, and that comes from Rakim, and the way they would break down their words and their wordplay, and now of course I think the styles and some of the flows and stuff have grown, but I think you can hear, some of their tactics, and those were the first guys that I listened to, coming from Brooklyn, and seeing that somebody from the same walks of life that I'm from can be somebody or be successful or be looked at in everywhere and everybody know them. So I use those guys to really inspire me. And then of course the Jay-Z's and Biggie Smalls and those guys came along, and that was even closer to me because Jay was from a projects, Biggie was from 10 blocks away from me, and I could see if he can make it from a housing projects. I grew up in a housing projects. It's now how a kid can look at Obama and say, I could be a president now, because now I can see that there is a black president, where before it was, a far-fetched thing. You know what I'm saying?
So where did you get the inspiration? And I tend to ask all of the performers that come on the show, like, where the fuck did you get the courage to think that you could do this?
When did I think I could do this?
Like from play rap to mimicking Kane and G rap to like, yo, I'm gonna do this.
Well, it didn't really get serious for me until I really got an opportunity to do it seriously. When I was just rapping in my neighborhood, I felt like it was a hobby for me. Like, what I'm saying?
What was your first rapper name?
My first rapper name was J twice, or J, because my initials is JJ.
Right.
So I didn't want to go with JJ because of Good Times. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So I was like maybe J twice or J 2 times. So I was still playing with it. Even when I actually went and rapped for DJ Clue on his radio show, I was still playing with what name I wanted to have as a MC, because I was undecided on which name, and Fabolous ended up becoming my name because I said I was the Fabolous vocabulist, and he thought that I was saying my name was Fabolous. And then I ended up having to stick with this name.
Did you like that name?
At the first, I didn't, but certain people said like it stood out from, you know what I'm saying? It would like what would make a guy call himself Fabolous, and it kind of just it had a ring to it, and people were already calling me, and so I just stayed with it. And I was uncertain about a name anyway, so maybe a name found me.
Right. That's what you're saying. Your first album did very well.
Yes,
but it dropped. Like, you was going against Jay-Z and the Taliban.
Yeah, and
you was going against Jay-Z and the Taliban.
And Mariah Carey.
And Mariah.
Yeah.
Like, you woke up on September 11th, 2001. Supposedly, the happiest day of your life because your album's coming out.
Right.
And then, what happened?
I mean, I woke up to somebody calling me, telling me everything was canceled. So I'm like, what did Jay do, man? Why would he do this, man? Like, what? I thought it was Jay's fault.
You thought he did the Jedi?
Yeah, I thought, the big dog Jay just, shut down my operation, So I was like, I understand. And they're like, nah, turn on the TV. And the first image I saw coming on the TV was a plane flying into the building. And I was like, whoa. And then I saw another one flying. I was like, whoa. And I didn't even understand what was going on there. And as at first, everybody thought it was an accident or something like that. And then it became known that it was a terrorist attack. So, it took me away from my whole album and worrying about that to worrying about my family, worrying about the state of New York City, you know what I mean? So I jumped in the car and shot over to where my mom's lived and, checked on everything over there. And, it's funny because in the hood, they was just like, oh, yeah, some buildings fell over in Manhattan.
Manhattan.
Yeah, they're like, yeah, that's crazy. But, yeah, go to the store for me. You know what I'm saying? Things were still moving on.
At some point, were you like, oh, shit, my record?
At some point, I sat and was like, yo, why did this kind of have to happen on my day? Because this was like also, for artists, dropping your first album, it's like your baby. You know what I'm saying? So it's like something tragic happening on the day that your baby is born. And I couldn't understand why something like that would happen. But
so you kind of personalize it in a sense?
I kind of personalized it. It kind of felt like it was like a black cloud over the situation, over me and over my situation. So, but it ended up, I think I did 144,000 units that first week.
Congratulations, man.
So people still came out and they still wanted some music. They still, even in a time of crisis, people would like to listen to some music, maybe even to take their mind off the crisis and things that's going on. So, things happen for a reason. And it was nothing I could do to prevent that situation, and we just had to make the best of it and make sure that. But it did help you realize, things like that could come and change your world as well. So.
Exactly. Now, over the course of your career, you've done some phenomenal records with this man right here, Just Blaze.
Yes, sir.
Like
big shout out to the mighty.
Like, how did y'all initially link up, man?
Duro.
Duro and Clue, right?
Yeah. More so Duro. He had me and Duro used to mix the majority, pretty much all my records.
Mm-hmm.
And there was an artist that me and G had on Virgin named Billy Bathgate. And Duro had did a beat for Bath, if you remember. And then that same session, I want to say we did that. And then the next day, he was like, "Yo, I got this kid. I'm about to, we about to put on, blah 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 blah." So I knew him from the Clue tapes or whatever. And I was like, "Where the songs at?" So we started playing me some records. So I said, "All right, when y'all get situated, let me know."
Right.
And then the day we I want to say it might have been